Hello, Sinistral tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Lufia 2, The Rise of the Sinistrals, with me, BlueAnkylo. You can thank your opening credits to the Twitch, or not Twitch chat, but the YouTube chat. They're the ones helping us out today. Anyway, this is the beginning of stream number 2, for those of you watching on the videos later. So, if the quality of the video looks a little different, it's because I may have changed some things. And, that's it. Let's continue on. Looks like the next town is not very far away. But the imps and kobolds have come to stop us. Oh, don't worry, Gerald. There'll be lots of episode intros to add interesting names to. Now, I think both of those enemies, the imps and the kobolds, can drop weapons just as random loot, and that stuff works pretty well. Alright, so welcome to Tanbell. Right, I guess this is the mum of one of those kids or something. Oh, there's a familiar face. Okay, oh right, so Hilda. See, I said before, Hilda's probably important because she has a name. And I couldn't quite remember where Hilda came from. But now it makes sense. Alright. Yeah, Maximum Tia. We helped out Hilda. And this is her brother, Guy. He's not your buddy, pal. Alright, you're welcome. So yeah, Guy's pretty great. I mean, he's no Decker, but like, I don't know about her other abilities, but her cooking is pretty good. Well, is there anything else you could really do? I just can't think. So yeah. We got into a bit of a lover spat. Let's just, maybe we should head to the tavern with Guy here before this gets any worse. What? Yeah, Hilda, get out of here. It's cramping his style. Yeah, you bet. We'll go play swords. That sounds like a good idea. We'll let the girls handle the women's work, right? Anyway, yep. Lots of interesting things to happen in this town, no doubt about it. So, maybe Guy is a hero too. Probably not the hugest town. It's hard to find a man like Guy. Oh, it's like this old lady's like, oh, that young man is so handsome and muscly. Clemento Village. Alright. That's an interesting name. Alright, we got an item shop with a short-term defense up's not that good. We've got a bigger boomerang that costs more money. Oh, that was... Oh, it does say item. I thought that was the magic shop. Magic shop's down here. Yeah. I played myself a JRPG or two. Alright, we got a new spell. We got the Snowstorm. We got the Flash. That's our healing spell, our poison curing. So probably worth buying the new attack spells for Tia. Maybe not so much, although Maxim could use them. I don't know how valuable they would be. His magic attack isn't great. I'd rather just have him do a little bit of light healing. I'm sorry, Grotham. I know that there's a really terrible looking fish man that you can get for the water capsule monster. I remember that much. Like the legs of a man and the head of a fish. It's pretty terrible. Alright, we got a wire. It's got a special attack that's waterific. We might want to upgrade her weapon to that eventually. We've already got the short sword with the ice attack. And we might want to upgrade that to a kukri. So we'll need some money. I don't have the money for that. And I think it's 50% of max HP. So that's actually probably an acceptable upgrade for Tia's armor. Instead of the strong spell, you get a re-energized, sort of halfway full HP. That could be useful. Boring helmet. Boring shield. Not the worst. A special ability that lets you buff up during a boss fight. Those are pretty good, for sure. But not too much else interesting. Everybody wants to marry Guy. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have some tea myself. You want to buy some? Well, who knows what the developers were thinking when they were making all those capsule monsters? Who knows? Please make yourself at home in our tavern that you have to pay for to stay at. Actually, Hilda's pretty nice. She probably wouldn't, she probably wouldn't charge us. Nah, we don't need to rest. I was born ready. Let's go play with Guy for a bit. Maybe. Let's go check out all the houses first. Uh-oh. A tower full of monsters. I'm sure we won't have to go in there and fight some giant monster boss that's sending monsters after the town. Probably trying to kidnap all the girls. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing that would happen in a video game. Alright. A little match. Yeah, don't hold back. I'm the chosen one. We're busy. Yeah. Monsters? What? Since when do monsters attack towns? And yes, Grotham, I did get your comment. I'll check that out in a bit. Well, yeah, let's just take care of these punks. That sounds fair. Whoever kills the most wins. Boss music. I wonder, I guess like you can't... Ah, there we go. That's what we want. We definitely want Guy in the front row. Guy is the guy. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's pretty cool. So, I think we're just gonna attack. He doesn't really get any magic. But he's got all the physical stats. And let's try out our new spells. 50 damage. Consistency. Oh, Foamy. I mean, Mareep. Mareep takes the lead by doing more damage than anyone else. So if this is a boss fight, it's nothing. These punks got nothing on us. That's right. Good job, Guy. Look at this. Guy getting 16 HP. His stat growths are pretty solid. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Whoa, too easy. He's blasting off. There's not quite Team Rocket, but, you know. Wait, what? Scumbags! So Hilda got kidnapped? It's too dangerous, but not for you, I guess. Sounds more like we joined his party, but, you know, we'll handle it. Alright, kid. We'll rescue Hilda, don't worry. Alright, well we got a quest. We gotta go rescue his girlfriend. What about the food? It was in the oven! Is it gonna be alright? That's the real question. Who's gonna look after dinner if we're away? So I sort of remember this being a bit of a difficulty jump here. And yes, this next dungeon is definitely not a filler quest. Last episode was totally a filler. This one's definitely part of the plot. Also, I gotta move some people around. There we go. Guy, get in the front row, please. So yeah, I sort of remember this being a point where it might not be the terrible idea to do a little bit of grinding. I'm gonna try to get away with not grinding, but, you know, I sort of remember getting a few level ups in this sort of area. Filler quest? Well, yeah, I don't know. It's when there's quests that, like, are unrelated to the story, the main story. Like, the last one wasn't terrible, but it was essentially, okay, to go to the next town, there's a door. To get through the door, the key has been eaten by a monster. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a lot later on plot than what you normally would want. Well, that one, it wasn't even really a side quest in that sense, because you had to do it no matter what. I don't know. It's not like calling it a filler quest is a huge negative, it just... If you have optional side quests, then I would just call it a side quest, but when they sort of force it in that you have to do it to progress the plot, but it's really just, I don't know, there's no story development, it's just find the MacGuffin and then continue. That's less good. Oh, the hawks! Yeah, I think these are worth a lot of experience or money or something. Still, the fights are pretty easy. Hey, maybe that's what I wanted to fight these for. Eagle Rock. I wonder what that does. That's our first rock. So these bottom ones kind of go to gems. I think I'll just give that to Maxim. Actually, it works better for Guy because he needs the agility. This almost doubles his agility, so that's like a really nice upgrade for him. Just so he gets to attack before the enemies do more often. In fact, it'd be pretty sweet to get 3 of those. Maybe that's why I remember kind of fighting in this area, because getting 3 Eagle Rocks might make the next dungeon significantly easier. Maybe it's something the imps drop, I don't know. I'm not really planning on doing a lot of grinding, I just wanted to fight a couple times. Maybe get a level up or 2. Plus, there's probably going to be eagles in the next dungeon anyway. So we could use stuff like the frog to get some free healing, rather than having to spend MP on it, basically. Yeah, but we could definitely get some level ups here if we wanted, but I think we'll just head into the tower. We'll be okay. Maybe. Let's see what happens anyway. 10 Bell Tower. We've got a first strike on some newts. Clearly there's a witch around, turning people into newts. But you know how it is in JRPGs. Normally you want to buy your new weapons before you head to the dungeon. And I definitely did not do that. Okay, we got 2 doors. No obvious secrets. Let's go through door number 1. Okay, I think I know what this door is for. So, if I remember correctly, this is the way through the tower to the next town. And it's currently locked, so really this branch doesn't even count. Yeah, because we can't go through here probably till we finish the dungeon. Sensible. Alright, some minor puzzling behavior. So we need one of these blocks to push onto like that one, I guess. Except... if I push this one up, we can't even get to the door. Well, we'll deal with that later. Oh, I see. I just kind of want to get it out of the way. I don't want it to get a first strike on me, but... if I want to push this block down, he's going to get that first strike. Whatever. Hopefully it's not too hard. Ah, 10 damage is fine. Oh, he gets a double attack. Alright. At least we can switch rows instantly. So I think we want to focus down the scorpion, right? Oh, he's not that tough. I was worried for nothing. Oh, sorry. I did mean to change that. Actually, after this fight, I'll see if I can fix that. Hold on for just a second. I did... when I was switching over games, I meant to change that, and I forgot. What do you remember as your first game as a hatchling? My first game was... well, my first RPG was Final Fantasy 1. My very first video game was probably Zelda 1 or Zelda... maybe, might have been the Super Mario Bros. I forget. I was, like, not very old, so... definitely an early Nintendo game, though, either way. Alright, let's update the name here real quick. See if it even updates real time. It should be changed. I can even change the thumbnail for the stream here, maybe. All right. Hopefully that works. We'll see. You want to redo? You want me to redo the Final Fantasy 1 solo challenges with the randomizer? Yeah, maybe. I've heard of the randomizer for Final Fantasy 1. I've just never really used it yet. And then Jirao's Little Ninja Brothers? I don't think I've heard of that one. Also, this pot will definitely solve the puzzle. I didn't know there was a pot down there. There we go. Okay, more scorpions. No problem, really. They're not even that tough. Maybe Tia could finish it off, even. It's possible I've played a Drow. There's an awful lot of RPGs for the Nintendo and Super Nintendo that I have played, and just, you know, because there's like probably hundreds of them, I just don't remember which ones are which. Well, I also thought Midori, I think, by doing a weekend stream, this is one of those times where we might get a different group of people even, because, you know, you're not at work or school or anything. necessarily. Some people might, I don't know. Easier to be free, though. Alright, let's use some big-time magic. I don't think Tia is doing that well with the actual damage on magic. I have a feeling there's like an accessory or something that basically doubles your intelligence. I think that's what she needs. Or we just need more headbutts. Guy getting all the good level ups. Oh yeah, no, that's fair, Jirao. I mean, I certainly played all of those, the PC games. The StarCrafts and Diablos and Quakes. Okay, I sort of remember this room. I think after we kill this guy in the middle, the one circling him will attack us. Ah! Get wrecked. Alright, I gotta say, Mareep is doing a good job. Still going around in circles, eh? Boomy punch! How come nothing is dying? I guess, now that Tia's in the back row, her puny physical attack is actually looking even worse. Oh yeah, I hear you, Drow. I mean, we didn't get the early Fire Emblems either until the Game Boy Advance came out. But yeah, if those had come out on the Super Nintendo, that would have been really tempting. Only moves when you move. What if I could still blow it up? Nope, wrong way. It won't run into some place where the bomb's gonna go, I guess. What I should just do here. I can't... Didn't I change? There we go. Ha! Gotcha. Finally got him. Honestly, I've never even played Diablo 3. Like, I was a big fan of Diablo 1 and 2, but they took such a huge break between 2 and 3 that by the time the third game came out, I totally lost interest. And then they kind of changed it up too much, so it was less in common with the original game. I was always a big fan of, like, working out complicated builds in Diablo 2 with all the synergies and buffs and stuff between the different skill trees. And once that kind of aspect was diminished, I lost a lot of my interest. Yeah, that's still an efficient healing spell. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was expecting Diablo 3 to be bigger, like more skills and builds and classes, not like less. Okay, so I betcha if I push it onto the gray button, the white button will open this and the gray button will open something else. So we'll do this one first. Uh-oh, we've got more powerful lizards. Let's cook them. With the sparks. The sparks are always the best. Yeah, not being able to play them offline is still a bit of an issue with me as well, yeah. Also, it turns out lizards are really weak to fire. Oh no! Well, that's our first time getting poisoned, I think. Luckily, we've got some antidotes. So I wonder if fire is just better in general. Yeah. Seems like more enemies are weak to fire magic than anything else so far. I will admit for the XCOMs at the very least that Enemy Unknown, even though it removes some of the old school XCOM strategies, it still added enough, because it added the classes and, I mean, it removed the multiple bases and some of that, but overall I thought they did a pretty good job. Overall, even if not in every aspect. Man, that foamy is doing some work here. Hey, space guy. Is it supposed to be made of foam? Yeah, our capsule monster. The real legendary hero? Yeah, it's true. The Foamy is doing a lot more damage with his headbutt than we are. That's only because we fed him a whole bunch of knives. My lore for our Foamy is at this point in the game, he's already been fed so many knives that he's basically just a ball of, like, he's a fuzzy cloud that's full of knives. So his headbutt might as well be, like, 30 knife stab, right? Like... And I'm not sure that humans do so well when they're fed knives, but, yeah. If we could make him some armor out of extra knives, that might work. Well, honestly, we're just sort of blasting through this dungeon. I'm not even really hardly paying attention to the random encounters. Uh-oh. A skeleton. Maybe he's stronger than the others. Not even gonna chase us. Oh, it's just a boring skeleton. We've killed these guys before. I think we rescued Tia from a couple of these. Because I remember their pink sword in a compromising position. Alright, that's like 3 level ups from Guy in the last 10 minutes. Not bad. Here I am thinking this dungeon was going to be difficult. Alright, what do we have? Oh! Okay, so I feel like the pattern here is make a box out of pots and put the stone pillar inside it, right? Yeah, it would have... Yeah. Hello, and hello, Tristan. Isn't Guy's name supposed to be pronounced Gooey? I don't know, that sounds silly. His name is Guy because he's Canadian. He's not your buddy pal. Pretty sure that's how it works. No, I have no idea. Uh-oh. The crabs have returned. Revenge of the crab. Do I speak French? No. I understand a bit of it. As most Canadians, we took a bunch of French in school. So, if I could travel back in time about 15 years, I would have been able to speak it a little bit, but over time, most of it's been completely deleted from memory. To make space for other languages, like the language of numbers. Well, there's just some skeleton corpses. Oh. Well, that's clearly something, right? Well, there's a lot of skeletons. I wonder if skeletons in this game are weak to fire like the undead usually are. Ah, that looks pretty positive. They took a lot of damage from that. Yeah, that's what they really needed. They start releasing more really awesome video games that were primarily in French. Then we'd learn it. That would be how you'd teach the Canadians how to speak French more. Do I care about 7 defense? Sure. Unless I'm losing something. No. Free equipment! So I need to find something to put on that skeleton. There are no bricks here, though. I wonder if I should have tried to get one of the enemies to walk on it, actually. We certainly had the option in high school to learn other languages, but most high schools in Canada focus mostly on French as second language, but depending on where your school was, you definitely have other options. I don't think anyone would have taught Swedish or anything, though. I'm pretty sure those are more European-centric if you're in one of those countries. A short sword! Hey, it's better than a knife, maybe. I feel like they make you use too many knives early on. All I want is a real sword. Oh, we already had a short sword. We had 2! Well, dang. Revenge of the Cheese, I get that. I think Spanish is pretty commonly offered in high school, yeah. I'd say, like, French primarily, then, like, Spanish, probably German's pretty common. If you're on the West Coast in Vancouver, they'll offer Mandarin and stuff nowadays. But not so much when I was a kid. So I don't think the scorpions were weak to fire. I'm still looking for what they're weakest to. Yeah, that sounds pyro. Basically like that. It's like that here in Canada. Even if you're in an English-speaking province, French is mandatory to a certain degree. You can't skip French class. Oh, there's an important-looking switch down there. All right, well, this is a mighty dungeon. It's gonna take us a bit longer. At least I found the healing platform. That makes things a lot easier. Alright, maybe scorpions are weak to being frozen. No, Gale did more than that, I think. Every province in Canada, you have to take French while you're taking your English classes. It's not optional. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be fluent in French. It's just, when you're taking your grades, you will always take some French. When you're going from grade 1 to probably grade 9 or so. Second languages in high school are less, well, they're not really mandatory, but it's more like if you want to go to a good university, you have to have a second language, at least to high school level. And it's typically French, but it could be something else. Alright, so I'm a little bit lost. So I wonder if I need... Can I, like, lure the skeleton or something onto this platform? I feel like I'm missing a pathway here. Oh, maybe I should... Okay, I forgot. Of course, I've got items to do stuff, right? I bet you I just have to blow it up. That would make sense, actually. More sense than trying to make an enemy stand on it. I know in both British Columbia and Alberta, you don't need grade 12 second language to graduate, like to get your high school diploma, but you would to get into most universities. But I think you did need to get, I think it's grade 10 or 11, you have to take a second language up to there, or else you just can't graduate at all. Like actually fluent in speech and understanding in both French and English, because that's a little bit different as a standard. That's like, rather than taking a couple courses, it's like you have to take a, what's it called? That's a lot of experience. Immersion, basically, like French and English at the same time kind of school. But even still, the way I understand it, Canada is still pretty lax on the second language requirements. Certainly, I'm sure most of you guys that live out in, like, somewhere in Europe, it's way more common for people to speak multiple languages than it is here in Canada. There will be some people that speak French and English, but even then, it's not too many. Whereas I know, just from what I've heard anyway, if you live somewhere in like near Germany or Sweden or something, you probably speak 2 or 3 anyway, just to get by. Much more common. Should use some magic. Too many enemies here. Maybe the first time I played this game, I wasn't really using a lot of magic, and it definitely speeds these fights up if I do a quick target all spell. That might have been why I thought it was so difficult. Maybe I didn't have the mighty headbutt either. $10,000 gold. Holy smokes. We're gonna have enough money to buy whatever we want. Alright, so I think this is the only path open, so it's not like we've missed anything. Arcana, that's another game I might have to get back to one day. That's an odd... It's a really odd RPG for the Super Nintendo. It's cool, but it's weird. Breaks a lot of the classic molds for characters. Alright, so it looks like we probably got ourselves a puzzle. So we get different sounds on the different notes. Oh, I have a lot of Super Nintendo RPGs I'd like to get to eventually. I have some personal preferences that I wanted to do first, like Lufia 2. And there's also some games that I've just never finished, like the The very first Star Ocean, actually, I've never completed on the Super Nintendo. So I probably want to get to stuff like that, because I've got a bit more sort of personal interest in it. But there are definitely tons of really good games that I would like to do one day, if I can get to it. Alright, here we go. Musical notes should go from the bottom. That doesn't really tell me a whole lot. The PSP version of the first Star Ocean? Oh, I didn't even know they had a remake of it already. But yeah, I just meant I have previously got the English translation of the Super Nintendo version to work, so, you know. And that's the 3. Oh, I see. You have to hit him with your sword. Oh, I bet you there's another room. Is that how it works? Is there another room that has 3 more notes? And we have to hit them, again, sort of from the bottom up? Okay, just a second. My, getting some bad input lag on my, gamepad here. The good old must be 2 inches away from my controller receiver. So effective. Alright, that's much better. Alright, well, either I'm doing this puzzle completely wrong, or I need to go to another room to finish it. But I don't know if that's even possible, because I don't think there's any other paths I've missed. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, okay. You're supposed to make the sound... Yeah. If you listen closely, my audio's not high enough, so I couldn't hear it clearly. So I think it's, oops, no. And then this one's a bomb. There we go. There was a sound effect on each of them, and I just wasn't quite hearing it. You just have to make the sound effect match. Hey, we got a key. I might have to split this episode into 2, or this dungeon into 2 episodes, I don't know. I'm sure YouTube doesn't mind an hour-long episode, right? Maybe the next dungeon that's big, I'll have to make sure I split it at 30-minute intervals. Oh, I thought she might be able to kill the goblin. Or the kobold, right? Remember? They always have the dumbest of names. Alright, so if that's the key, where do I put the key? Where's the door for key? You can't cook fish, you can't kill kobolds. Yeah, I know. What do we keep her around for? I feel like crabs should be weak to fire, because there's something you cook. Right? Is that logical? It's totally logical. They're just kobolds who ate a lot of minerals. Yeah! I mean... if you want a rock goblin, that's not the worst name for it. It is 15 minutes to 1 o'clock here, yes. Maybe I need to go up the stairs. What was up here? Well, the save spot, that's always convenient. Did I find the locked door on this path? Honestly, I forget. So this is where all the switches and stuff need to be flicked. But no locked doors. So I must have missed a branching path and I just didn't pay attention. Talking to you guys. Oh, you know what? I probably never went through this door. Yeah. Totally never went here. Oh. Oh, okay. I know the trick. I can see it. It's locked. Of course it's locked. Oh, it also clears here. Oh, that's convenient. Just don't step on the carpet border, right? "24-hour format? You'll only confuse Americans that aren't familiar with army time, because anyone that's been in military mode would know the 24-hour clock for sure. But yeah, in North America, or at least Canada and the States at the very least, not too many people use not the AM/PM system. I feel like in Canada at least, it's primarily associated with the military. But obviously, that doesn't mean that's the only people that can use it. Just -12, guys. It's not hard. Alright, we made some progress. Finally got that switch flicked. Honestly, it doesn't really bother me either way, the AM/PM or the 24-hour clock. I've been using both interchangeably for a very long time, so neither one offends me anyway. When you're doing like programming for dates and times on the computer, it's actually nice to use 24-hour. It's easier for math. So a lot of times internally it'll be stored like that anyway and then just converted to AM/PM later. Mind you, if you want to be a computer programmer and you can't handle some plus or minus 12s for your time, you're gonna have a hard time. Haha, get it? Hard time? Yeah. I gotta do this puzzle every time. I know. You gotta throw the puns into these games, come on. Eventually I'm gonna do some Dragon's Quest games where all it is pun after pun after pun. And I will admit that I mix up 12 AM and 12 PM once in a while, just because one's midnight, one's noon, but sometimes my brain doesn't connect things together properly and I get them backwards. Honestly, of all the systems to complain about, the AM/PM system's probably not the right one. I'm more upset when you start mixing up metric and imperial, because one of those is clearly superior than the other. Was this the right way? I'm not even sure if I'm going the right direction now. I think I actually should have taken the stairs and gone further up. Yeah, this is the right way, right? Save. Well, there's certainly lots of programmers out there that aren't great at math, but I feel like to be a great computer programmer, you've also got to be pretty decent at math. You don't have to be an exceptional mathematician, but the concepts are just too related to not be at least passably respectable at math to be a good programmer. I guess it depends on what kind of programmer we're talking about. Obviously there's hundreds of different types. Not all of them use a ton of, linear algebra or whatever, but it comes up often enough. If you want to do anything with graphics, then you better be really good at linear programming and all kinds of fancy shifting and all that. In fact, nowadays, probably calculus as well. Too much real game physics. When the date changes in the back room, something happens. Yeah, no, I'm as Canadian, when in my generation anyway, we all were taught metric at school, but there's still enough things that still get covered under imperial in like grocery stores and cooking and stuff like that. It's really weird. Like, we'll say our temperature in Celsius, like how warm is it outside? It's in Celsius. But if you're cooking, a turkey or something, most of the instructions are in Fahrenheit, which is ridiculous. Actually, back in university, linear algebra and linear programming were two of my favorite courses. I liked math when I was younger, still do to a degree, but those were probably some of my favorite math courses. I always got bogged down in some of the advanced level calculus stuff. It just gets too hard to picture like 4-dimensional graphs. I did not enjoy that. So we have to change the time. I don't know what time we need though. The door needs to be 9. Okay. So if it's 6:15, that's the hour hand. We need to change it to 9 o'clock. I mean, a.m. 9 a.m. It's probably a good idea, Jarrell, honestly. It's easy to get rusty. If you really want to be a programmer, though, it's probably better to refresh, what was the name of that course? It's the algorithms and data structures. That's the one that people seem to really skimp out on. I remember in university, like, I think half my course in, when we took algorithms, they flunked out because they couldn't handle it. That's the one that people really seem to struggle with. Hey, we're at the top! So probably gonna fight something big here, right? Let's heal up, just in case. The sky key, good. I got everything we needed to have. We'll just ignore the skeletons. I like the treasure chest, though. Alright. It only took us 53 minutes, but we made it to the top of the tower. Had to check out the abilities of certain men. So these guys, these monsters, are apparently heading out trying to investigate some of the heroic swordsmen of the world. Alright. Your real strength versus Axe Dude. So maybe we'll take this guy seriously, hey? Hey, Neo. Thanks. Let's try to slow him down, see if that works. And honestly, I think this is actually like a pretty powerful move, but I forget exactly. And I never bought the equipment that give us defense up yet, so I don't think we've got anything else, unless he uses a lot of magic. Yeah, we don't have any, like, strength up or defense up spells yet. Alright, Camu. Oh, that's good. 129 damage. Not bad at all. Alright, we lowered his speed a tiny bit. It's not much. He still goes faster than Guy. Ooh. That Eagle Rock. Not bad. Not bad. Wish I had more of those. Let's try an ice attack. I get the feeling he might actually be weak to lightning, though. Re-energize heals you 50%, I believe. So let's throw in another flash, because that did a ton of damage. In fact, at this rate, I'd rather have Maxim healing than Tia. Yeah, we'll be fine. This isn't so bad. Unless he's got, like, 10,000 HP or something. Where's that headbutt? Come on, Mareep. Looks like she resisted the sleep. Critical hits. Uh-oh, that sounds scarier. That hit a bit. Okay, let's throw in a bit of strong. I know the Eagle Rock did a ton of damage, but I bet you this guy's almost dead, so let's just see if we can finish him off. I think bosses only use their really powerful attack when they're down to... I don't know the exact number, but I bet you when they're less than 25% HP or so. And I bet you Buster Attack is his special, so... if we can just finish him off, he won't get a chance to do it again. It's gonna start adding up. Yeah, Maxim can't out-heal that, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to switch over to Tia doing a bit of healing, because I think her strong is at least that much. Come on, finish. Oh yeah, we were so close. Alright, good. Well, tons of experience and money. Beautiful. I think this guy has like a rare boss drop that's really nice if he gives it to you. It might even be his axe drow. I don't think we got it. Unless it's in one of the chests, maybe. We'll just keep getting level ups and new magic swords. You can't stop us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's our first reference to Sinistrals, I believe. And we're locked in. Well, too bad. I've got an escape item. But the treasure! The treasure! Don't forget about the treasure! Too bad we don't have a character with the ability to teleport us out of here. Maybe the next character we get will do that. Oh! Right, the cave wench! Looks like she's got the ability to warp us. Wonder if she'll join the crew. Who was that woman? And she's gone already. Yeah, the skeleton was like, whatever, man. I don't want to fight you guys. Too much work. Righto. Well, Guy, you did a good job. You'd be my wingman any day. I don't know, some weird cave wench. It's pretty mysterious. She is good for us, that's true. She's helped us out twice now. Basically saved our lives. And she's pretty strong. Yeah, super sinistral beings. I love it, like, it's just totally gone to his head. This girl says, you're the chosen one. He's like, alright, well, if the Sinistrals are coming to take over the world, I'm gonna have to fight them. Even though we've got no idea what we're doing. Yeah, we'll just go destroy them, protect the world. What else would we do? Who knows how strong they are? Right? Alright, guy. You're a good guy. Yeah, I mean, you hang out with Hilda. That's cool. Don't worry about it. Oh, guy's got a girlfriend too, and it wasn't Hilda. I guess Hilda's supposed to be his sister, right? They were close, but yeah. Now this girlfriend's way better than Tia. Instead of tagging along and guilting us out for not having children, she's like, don't worry, I'll take care of your sister. Go, have fun. Fight the monsters. Look at this. Oh, great. True love, yeah, sure. One of them is supportive. I mean, that... Old Maxim's like, yeah, man, I wish Tia was like this. Yeah, she's not the waiting around type. Alright. Hey, man. I think Guy's earned his spot on the team. Look at this. You tell him it's going to be dangerous, he's like, oh man, I'm already prepared. Just got it. Look at this. He won't even let us be like formal. Alright, Guy. You're the pal. Out of here, Tia. That's great. I don't know, I like Guy's spirit. He's got a good style. Ah, alright, he's permanently joined the team. Congratulations, look at those magical stats. I mean, they're really physical stats, more so than magical, but still, he's pretty great. And we'll say goodbye to the girlfriend, to go past the southeast tower, and say goodbye to Hilda. I wonder if this old woman is supposed to be like Hilda's mom or something. Cool guy tubers. Yeah, maybe we'll do that for the next episode. I guess, one way or the other, we do need to end the episode. So for those of you watching in the future, thanks for watching, of course, and I will see you next time. This was a little bit longer than I intended, hour 10 minutes. I'm going to have to start splitting dungeons up if they're going to be this long. So next time I'll do that. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.